What can we learn from Sweden? Imagine turning Lagos mountains of waste to electricity. Mind blown. We say we lead, the rest of Africa follows, but our streets are dirty. Welcome. Today we are going to Sweden, the country where 99% of its waste gets recycled. Today we're going to be a kind of like a compare and contrast kind of video because for a country that recycles 99% of its waste and only 1% goes to the landfill, Nigeria is supposed to be taking notes from this country because here our waste dance in our gutters and we breathe the same air with waste. What can we learn from Sweden? So, what can we learn from Sweden? Let's break it down. Sweden burns their trash for energy. They burn about 50% of their trash to be able to generate electricity for the country. This provides a way for them to effectively manage their waste and at the same time generate electricity and heat for their country people, especially as they do not have significant fossil fuel reserve. The waste incineration plants generate electricity and heat for over 1 million apartments in the country. And they have filters that reduce pollution to almost zero. Imagine turning Lagos mountains of waste to electricity. Mind blown. In Sweden, you pay a small deposit to buy, like, let's say, for instance, a bottle of Coke that comes in a PET bottle. So you pay a small deposit for it. And when you return it through their reverse vending machines, you get your money back. And do you know what? And do you know what the result of that is? 90% of their PET bottles get recycled because there's incentive for it. Whereas in Nigeria, for a lot of waste collectors, you have to pay them to come and collect your waste. Even though some companies are becoming innovative and trying to give incentives to help people recycle, but imagine if this was more widespread in Nigeria, the wonders that this would do. In Sweden, citizens actually separate their waste. Every Swedish home must separate their waste. If you don't, higher taxes for your household. They have designated bins for different types of waste. So you have your recyclables, you have your compost. So we have different color coded bins to help separate your waste, and they actually do separate it. Whereas in Nigeria, that kind of information is non-existent because waste management is actually even broken here. So some people grew up in Nigeria, they do not know anything about waste sorting, and they will not even know anything about waste sorting till probably the day that they leave this earth. Can Nigeria copy all these things that Sweden is doing? Yes, but with adaptation. We can't copy Sweden exactly because we have different peculiarities, but here is how we can adapt. Turn Baba Bolas to recycling heroes. I come from northern Nigeria, so some of the terms I've been using are peculiar to where I come from. So the local waste collectors, we call them Baba Bolas from where I come from. And we can turn them to recycling heroes. Already they help to recycle between 15 to 45% of the waste that we generate in Nigeria. Now imagine if we equip them, give them better training, give them better tools, give them more resources, they are paid better. Haba, haba. Make it more appealing for them. From 15 to 45% waste recycled, we'll be jumping into 60 to 80% of waste recycled. That is the truth. We can also do small scale plant systems. Now, already, as I earlier stated, there are some companies that are already innovative in this area. There are some recycling companies that I've stated in several of my videos about recycling that give tokens, that give money to people that recycle with them. I am an eco butter girly and I'm going to loud their trumpet here. So late last year, they did something that's very disruptive in the recycling industry. That reverse vending machine that they have in Sweden, they created their own in Nigeria here. And they have already started distributing these machines in Abuja and Lagos, like in different areas in Abuja and Lagos, where you come with your bottles and your aluminum cans, you drop it in, you put it in the machine, and you will get rewarded for it. The money that you will get from recycling those bottles or aluminum cans, you can be able to use it to buy data, pay for electricity bill, buy airtime. They blew my mind when that thing came out. And because of that, I remember when I covered that, the launch of that RVM, and it was one of my most viral moments. I went viral for that. like their goodwill rubbed off on me. Imagine we have more of that widespread across Nigeria, more companies thinking along that direction. It's going to people are going to see that, oh, instead of me just throwing this away, you could get value for this, you could get money for this. I could use this to buy recharge card, I could use it to buy data. So why would I throw it in the dustbin when this can buy when this empty plastic bottle is data for me? So it will help to it will help to shift people's behavior and thinking about waste, and for them to see waste in new light as valuable and not trash. Imagine if Nigerian states do waste for cash programs. Now, instead of them doing all those their poverty alleviation schemes that sometimes are not sustainable and do not really make sense. Waste pollution is a big issue in most states in Nigeria. Why don't you incentivize it? Try to find try to find a solution from that problem. Why don't you make people that usually the people that are your target for all these your poverty alleviation programs that do not make sense, and then tell them, bring plastics, bring waste around you, and then you bring it to certain collection centers, and we'll pay you for it, instead of these stomach infrastructure kind of programs where you just pay people because you say they are poor. Let them also get value for the money that they will get from you, and at the same time you're also helping to contain the waste crisis in your state. Like, using one stone to kill two birds, you're helping the lower income people, and at the same time you're helping to ensure that you're solving your waste management issues. If we like, I wish more states would be able to see that trash is not just trash, but there's value in it. And you can be able, through this type of schemes, you're going to be able to employ more people, because people are going to see, oh, I can get paid for actually gathering these things that people will just throw away anyway. The government should see the circular economy as a gold mine and not just some foreign concept with big words. The biggest obstacle. And here's the harsh truth. Sweden is thriving with Sweden is thriving when it comes to waste management because their government supports it. In Nigeria, the reverse is the case. We've not even tackled how to even collect waste, not talk of how to even properly manage it. No matter how much the private sector tries to help out, if the government do not give the proper backing, not a lot can be done. But here's what we can do. We can begin to push for a Swedish style Nigeria by requesting for waste collection points and state organized waste collection systems. We need to start pushing for that. We should support local recyclers. Local recyclers like Eco Bata, Chanja Jati, Recyclers, all these local recyclers doing wonderful work. Let's support them. Even those your babambolas that by the roadside, like, support them so that we can be able to manage our waste better. Sell your recyclables to all those babambolas or all those kaya people. They usually go around streets. I'm in northern Nigeria, so I'm going to say things that are like relatable to me in northern Nigeria. We usually have this system where we call Mekwalabe, where they go around various neighborhoods to collect recyclables for a token. So they will pay you to collect these recyclables from you. It's it's a great way for you to do recycling, especially if you do not have organized recycling companies where you live. Those mekwalabes, those kaya people, those babambola people, they are your best bet to ensure that you sustainably manage your waste. Now, it's very important for us to remember that Sweden did not change overnight. They did not just sleep and wake up one day and voila, they are now sustainably managing their waste and only 1% of their waste goes to the landfill. No, it started gradually. And Nigeria can also be able to achieve that. And that is why any chance that I get, all these local recyclers, all these recycling companies, all these private sector people that are doing the work, I always loud their trumpet because it's not easy, and they're actually helping us achieve those baby steps when it comes to managing our waste. But we can do better. And if we start now and we start doing better, Nigeria can become like the recycling hero for Africa. We are the giant of Africa, but we claim we are the giant of Africa, but a lot of the things that we do does not show giant of Africa kind of status. So we need to do better when it comes to that. After all, we say we lead, the rest of Africa follows, but our streets are dirty. How will they follow like that? At the same time, I would like to appreciate all those that recycle. If you know that you recycle in Nigeria, please drop a comment section in the comment. Please drop a comment in the comment section down below. Let me celebrate you because you people are the real heroes. You people are the real heroes. Is it people they're supposed to even give national honors? But till we get clearance from the presidency, drop your comments in the comment section down below. If you've watched this video up to now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to do all the good stuff. Like, share, comment, the extra jara, anyone. Let's do that. And remember that you can be the change that you want to see. Jan of Kaduna, signing out.